Hey everybody, we're out here in the field today and we're going to try out the brand new feature released on the ZOLEO device. It's called Share Plus, and this is really, you think of it with inReach users, this is kind of like a hybrid between the track log and the map share. So for existing users, you probably have an email ready to indicate that the feature is available, and two, you probably need to update the firmware on your ZOLEO device. This is all done wirelessly when you're paired with the smartphone or the tablet. So today what we're going to do, I have my iPad here. I'm going to connect it to the hotspot on my phone here, and we're going to activate the feature on the device. And we've already updated the firmware on it, so we're going to activate it on our portal, and then we can use this and explain kind of how the app works. All right, so I'm on my iPad and I'm going to go to my profile, tap the little buddy icon here and tap my accounts. Now, if you're activating the ZOLEO device, there is a step that you can turn on this feature on it, but for existing users, you just need to go to your device and plans, which is, you look here on the left. Under my account, you see devices and plans, so we're going to tap on that, and that will bring up our device and plan features. We have our device information here, but you notice we have three tabs: account information, contacts, and managed features. We're going to tap on manage features, and we're going to scroll down and take a look at the Share Plus feature, which is an additional cost because it is a premium account. This is great. So again, this is almost very similar to how the inReach users used to use the track log and map share. Remember, you had an external website that people can kind of see your progress as you're tracking. This is kind of the same thing, but it's in the ZOLEO messaging app. And have we seen in other videos, you don't need a ZOLEO device to use the messaging app. You can do app-to-app messages between ZOLEO users. And if you wanted to go on a trip and you want your families or friends or colleagues to keep track of you, they can just download the app, create an account, and then you can share with the Share Plus your location between 6 minutes or 4-hour intervals. You can turn it on and off. You can share up to 5 contacts. Let's see what else you can do. You can also see your progress on a map. You can also download maps here with this service on the phone. So we'll be checking that out here. So, and of course, with the people that you're sharing your location to, they will be getting notifications during the intervals to know where you are with your GPS location. So this is a pretty nice feature here. Really meshes, adds features that inReach still had, but I think this one really completes it here. So all right, so to enable this features, there's 2 drop downs we need to activate. One of them is to select the default interval to share the location while the feature is on. The default is 1 hour, but again, we can choose between 6 minutes to 4 hours, depending on what you're doing. I'm gonna choose 6 minutes because I wanna try it out, and I'm in kind of still in the city here, so, well, urban area, so at least I can try around here and see how it works. And this other feature here, lock the location update interval from being changed on the ZOLEO app. We're going to choose not locked, because otherwise, if we choose locked, we have to come into the portal to change it. So we still want to have that flexibility from the app for me to change the interval. I may want later on to change it from 6 minutes to something else. So again, just be aware this is a premium feature, so it's an extra $7.50 a month. But just like any other the features, you can turn it on, turn it off, just like when you switch your service plans. So we're going to tap on Add. Include our unlimited location updates at your selected intervals and unlimited check-in messages. So there's luckily some additional bonuses for that extra money here. Your check-in contacts must have the ZOLEO app in order to receive the Location Share Plus updates. You can set or change check-in contacts at any time by choosing the contact tabs on your device. If you not already set your contacts, please do so in the following step. But I already have 2 people in my contacts, and these people don't have the app. So what I would need to do is I'm going to click here to send contacts to download the ZOLEO link up, the ZOLEO app. So the invitation's been sent. Hopefully they'll download it and they will sign in, and then they can receive the notification. So it's just like any other app notification on your phone. So there you go, confirmation has been added. And of course I can just cancel this afterwards. All right, there you go. So if I go back to manage features, there you go. Okay. All right, so with that done, let's switch over to the app and see how it looks like there. You can see here at the very top right side, we have some new icons at the top. We have our new message balloon, we have our check-in button, and then we have the new teal color icon, which is the map pointer, or the map waypoint icon. So we're gonna tap on that, and that brings us to our Location Share Plus feature. And now what we can do here is we can actually start to turn on the Share Plus locations. And you can see here, with the interval unlocked from the portal, we can go in and change it here. So we're going to, even though we set it on the portal, we also gave the ability to set it here on the app. So I'm gonna make this 6 minutes again. All right, and Location Share Plus update tone, well, let's turn that on. Location Share no movement updates. So again, this is probably another feature very similar to how InReach works. So if you remember in some of the older videos I've done on InReach, if you don't move at a certain radius at a certain amount of time, it won't update the location or send the track point up to the track log, and it will just change to, I think, 1 hour of movement. So there's some calculation here based on your movement, but so at least that will prevent you from getting a whole bunch of points in one spot if you stop for lunch or stop for a break or fishing or whatever you're doing here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to turn on the session, and we heard a tone here on the ZOLEO device, and we got some spinning green lights here to indicate something is being done on the device. So let's go back here. Let's go back to the messaging tab here. You can see here now we have the check-in and location share. So it's utilizing the same message balloon when we did our check-in. So let's tap on that and see what we got. So you can see here now we have a brand new message sent to my contacts. If I were to tap on this, brings us to the map. And you can see here we have our location here, which is in our drop pin. You can see our little blue circle move around. That's our cell phone or ZOLEO GPS device location. We got some details when this was done. We can bring this down and you can see where we are. So what we're going to do now, we're simply just going to start driving around, hiking, do a bit of stuff, and see how this thing works. All right, so I played around with the Share Plus feature for a little bit here. Let's take a look at the screen recording here. So there's a couple things that I kind of noticed when I was using the app. One is the flexibility of changing the interval timer from what I had set on the portal and changing on the app. I've been doing it a couple times, switch it to 12 minutes and I switch it to 30 minutes. The change is done instantaneously, so that's great. I can see why there is that locked feature on the portal if you're using this in a commercial sense and you're sending out a team out, but you really want to make sure they don't fiddle with the settings. You want to make sure they're where they're supposed to be. I can see why you want to lock that out, but I think for regular users, you want to have that feature unlocked so that you can make changes via the messaging app. The other thing that's kind of interesting here is make sure that some of the Share Plus settings, you may want to play around with it. For example, the download the offline maps. By default, it's Wi-Fi only, but I found that maybe cellular and Wi-Fi would be great depending on your situation. With the map itself, it's mapbox, not bad looking maps, actually a little bit of topo information, nice detail. So you can search a location and download an offline map. It looks like to be around 5 kilometer grid kind of deal. So kind of nice. You can scroll, pan around the map and download what you want for afterwards. Kind of convenient if you are a couple ZOLEO users in different locations. You can go into your check-in and Share Plus message balloon on the messaging tab and tap on the map and zoom in and you get those details that way. So that's not bad. Another thing that's kind of interesting is the no movement setting. I had it originally turned off or turned on. I had turned it off for a little bit while I was here fiddling with it, and you can see here on the map where it would just keep adding points. Typical problem when you have a GPS track log. So I think it's probably important to have that turned on so that you don't send additional check-in messages. Even though it is unlimited, due to the feature, but you do want maybe to clean your track up here. So that's kind of nice to have. The other thing that's nice to have is the ability when you scroll through the location history, that you can press and hold on the GPS coordinates and then copy those GPS coordinates to put somewhere else. So if you have, you're doing a hike and you just happen to be at this spot here, and we've been here for a while, you know, let's say we have the location no movement setting turned off. We say, hey, yeah, actually this is kind of a nice spot, I want to share the GPS location to my friend. Go into my Share Plus, find that point, copy the GPS locations, and then paste it into a ZOLEO message to my contact, tweet it, do whatever I want with it. I can even copy and paste it into GaiaGPS. It's not very clean, but it is doable, so not bad with that. One thing though I will mention, I didn't really able to check the receiving of the Share Plus because of the phone and tablet and follow me accounts and all that stuff. But before you want to go out, you really want to make sure that your contact settings are all up to date, especially the Share Plus. You can manage the contacts from your smartphone, but you have to go into the ZOLEO portal there. So before you head out, double check everything. In the app, you can view who are your assigned contacts for check-ins, SOS, and the Share Plus. So you may want to have that refreshed, make sure everything's all good. Seems to be a very easy process to get your contacts to share the link to download the ZOLEO app and get started. All you need is the name and the phone number. I'm going to test it a little bit more with the missus, get the app on her thing so that I can annoy her with the Share Plus locations afterwards. So again, this is a pretty nice hybrid feature. If you're looking at the inReach, you see the track log, and again then the map share. So this is kind of fused together, so you have that ability now to share up to 5 contacts, I believe, from what the website said, to your map within the ZOLEO messaging app. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this feature. Does it look kind of neat, worth the price? You know, it is a little additional price, but you can probably turn it on and off, like I said earlier in the video, just like when you flip over service plans. And of course, it does allow you the ability to send unlimited check-ins and stuff. So anyway, let me know. Talk to you guys later.